Hi guys, welcome to my 2-week wait video. I want to share with you guys all the symptoms that I experienced and all the symptoms I thought I experienced from my first month trying. So I conceived on my second month of trying, which I'm super blessed for that. But the first month, as most women I feel, was symptom spotting, like people say, and I was really doing that. I'm looking down my phone because I did write down my first month of us trying to conceive and me thinking that I had a ton of symptoms, but I didn't actually end up pregnant. So I want to share with you guys that first compared to the month that we actually did conceive and how I felt within that month. So let me share with you guys the month that we did not conceive, and I was writing down my symptoms, and this is how crazy I was of just kind of overthinking the whole thing, and I probably was stressing myself out and not realizing it. But I feel like when you just sit down with your husband or your partner and you guys really want to conceive, you guys do the most you can to try to conceive, whether it's like making sure everything is perfect, taking the vitamins, making sure you do it on your ovulation date. But sometimes it's a bit too much, and I think that I was over symptom spotting, you would say. So let me share with you guys. So the month that we didn't conceive, on one DPO I felt calm. I put that I had a medium energy. I was in class. I was yawning a lot. I was hungry when I woke up. I was out of breath when I was working out, and I started yawning randomly throughout the day, and I had lower tummy pain, constipation, and uncomfortable pooping. That's a whole lot for one DPO. And after I watched a ton of more YouTube videos of women saying that sometimes you don't even feel anything from 1 to 5 DPO because no implantation has even implanted, so you shouldn't have been feeling anything. But at this time, being so new to this process, I was overanalyzing everything. Second DPO, I said that I was super gassy. I felt okay, still out of breath. 3 DPO, I felt great. I was still gassy and I felt fine and I was happy. 4 DPO, still again gassy. I think I was just super gassy throughout this whole thing, but and I felt like I needed a lot of water. And I also had a dream that I was looking at 3 positive pregnancy tests that I knew it was mine. Like, I was looking at 3 pee strips that I was looking at in my dream, and all of them were positive. So this was the month that I did not conceive. And then 5 DPO, I had headaches, and then I had weird signs that when I went to the beach with my coworkers, 2 ladybugs had landed on me, and out of all of my coworkers sitting there, they landed on me. So I felt like, I was like, maybe I'm pregnant, but I didn't end up being pregnant. So, and then 6 DPO, I had lower back pain and I had heavy boobs. So yeah, I'll continue that. I just kept symptom spotting. I felt like my boobs were heavy. On 10 DPO, I had tingles in my lower ab and I was off for it was going on and off for a couple hours. And now that I'm thinking back to it, I'm like, was I really feeling those things? Because I didn't end up being pregnant. So I'm like, how did I get all these things? Maybe I was thinking about it too much, you know. 11, I said I was fine. 12 DPO, I said that I was cramping, and for sure knew my period was coming because I was super moody. So this is when I shift to not thinking that I was pregnant this month, because I began getting my moody feelings that I get before my period, where I'm just super moody with everybody, and I work with children, so I was getting very irritable easily, and I was like, okay, I knew my period was coming. And then I actually took a pregnancy test that day at 12 DPO, and it was negative. And then at 13 DPO, my period officially came. So I was, of course, very sad that I didn't conceive that month, but at the same time, it was my first month. I had a lot to learn about my body, about the things that I needed to do for preparation for my body to conceive. So I fixed those things, which I also explained in my ovulation video, and we tried again next month. And if I'm out of breath, I'm sorry. I'm 5 weeks pregnant, and even though it's early, I've just been super out of breath. Going up and down my stairs now, my husband's been like, you've been having a hard time. I'm like, I know. Anyways, so now moving on to the month that we conceived and the symptoms that I had. And let me tell you guys, from having all these symptoms that I had the month before that I wasn't pregnant, and this month I didn't have that many. And maybe it's because I really was trying to focus on not focusing on this so much that I was trying to just enjoy everyday life and not revolve it around am I gonna get pregnant, you know? So, and I think because I took ovulation strip tests the second month and I knew I ovulated, and being positive that I ovulated made me feel more comfortable that I had a higher chance, which is weird. Excuse me. So as I was waiting for my days, I wanted to test at 8 DPO, but prior to those days, I was thinking of when I would feel implantation, and I was kind of symptom spotting that, but I never really got that until on 8 DPO at that night. I did have those feelings, but prior to that, I didn't have much symptoms. I think I probably had tiredness. I remember coming from work, I would get sleepy probably around 8 p.m. and I usually don't go to bed till like maybe 10, but I would just get in bed and want to go to bed. But I also just thought of it as just me having such an active day at work that it was probably why I was so tired. So I didn't think much of it. But leading up to 8 DPO, I remember having my number one thing, how I knew I was pregnant, was my boobs. And it just told it all, because leading up to it, I just started feeling that it wasn't sore like some women say. It wasn't painful like when the water hits it in the shower or anything like that. It was more just like a little bit irritation on the side of my boobs, or around my areola and my nipples. But I remember before my boobs gave me the clear, okay, you're pregnant, on 8 DPO, I remember going to Target with my husband to go pick something up, and as we're walking through aisles, I had to grab him about 2 times because I felt like little sharp pains in my lower belly. And I remember just grabbing onto his arm and going, it was bearable, but it was also something that I knew was happening. And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. I was like, but I'm cramping. He's like, do you think it's implantation? And I was like, maybe. So that day we picked up pregnancy tests, and that night I took it home, and when I tested, it was negative. But the next morning I still continued to get those sharp pains. But also on that Friday night that I felt those sharp pains, I remember looking into the mirror going to bed, and I had no bra on, and I was just observing my boobs, which is, you know, TMI, but I was observing them. And I just remember telling him, I was like, you know, babe, I think my nipples are getting bigger. And he was like, yeah, you know, I've been noticing that for the past couple days. I said, yeah, like, it's not a huge difference, but for me, I knew they were bigger because, you know, I know the size of my nipples. But the main thing was I kept getting like these shrivels in my areola where my skin would just shrivel up and my nipple will get super hard, and then within like a couple minutes it'll just go away and it'll go back to being soft. But then maybe in 5 minutes later it'll shrivel up, and like it'll keep going back and forth doing that motions. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So the final thing I knew that I was pregnant was as I was looking in the mirror, I seen literally every single vein that was in my tits. Like, I seen the blue veins on both sides, and I just remember telling him, I was like, babe, do you see the veins in my tits? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I've never seen the veins in my tits. And that's how I knew. I was like, okay, I have to be pregnant, because this is just, I don't even get this before pregnancy. I mean, before my period. And also, I didn't get mood swings. So usually before my period, I get mood swings. But prior to my implantation, that it did occur, I was very happy at work. I was in a great mood. I was, you know, very energized. And and I was just feeling good. And maybe because work was so busy, I wasn't really thinking of like me being tired. I overlooked it. But yeah, so then on that Saturday morning, after I seen the veins in my tits and my nipples going up and down of hard rock to softness, I got my very first faint line. So this time around, I didn't really have much symptoms besides sore nipples, a little tiredness, and sharp pains in my lower abs. And I felt like more of it was on the right side, so they say that's where which side of your eggs came out of. But yes, so my advice to all you ladies is, if you are in your 2-week wait, is just to, of course, if you want to watch these videos, you're not alone. I did it. I watched hundreds of videos. But definitely at work, try to just focus on work. Try to focus on your husband. Try to focus on things that make you happy around the house. Try not to watch these videos. For me, I didn't watch these videos. I probably try to limit myself to maybe 2 or 3 a day, but I also try to watch a movie to kind of just take my time off of it, and just kind of take care of yourself. But if you end up pregnant, congratulations. It's such an exciting time, and definitely just write in the comments if you guys experience some of the things that I experienced. I would love to hear about it. I don't know if mine was unique, but it was definitely very funny for me. And I hope that you also take the time to share your thoughts with others, because I'm pretty sure when I try to conceive for the second time, I'll be watching all these videos all over again. And I think I've watched the same video like more than 5 times because there was no more left. So anyways, but thank you guys for watching my 2-week wait symptom video. I hope that it helped you. If you guys are in your wait, good luck, and I'm sending you baby dust, and I hope that it happens soon for you guys. Bye.